right, so today we're going to be playing a little modern Gauntlet show. We are testing out this insanely awesome Omnath Uro list that both of us can kind of agree. It just seems like they may have gone too far. You know, these Uro Omnath decks are just getting wilder and wilder. And I mean, this is the product of just taking it as far as you can with the time walk strategies, bringing them back with Mystic Sanctuaries, just winning with Omnath and fetch lands and Uros, have a little bit of Planeswalkers and stuff. The deck looks awesome to me, and it seems really powerful.
Yeah, there's a lot of different variants of these Omnath Uro strategies from the 4-color lists that we see that are pretty typical. There's a Sultai list, there's the Copycat list, there's a Niv Mizzet list, you know, so they're all very similar. They have, you know, different interaction depending upon what you're trying to fight, and then Uro, potentially Omnath. Obviously, the Sultai list doesn't play Omnath. And Planeswalkers generate card advantage. And the real key is now, how do we go over the top of the other decks that exist? The other Uro decks, maybe the big mana decks. How do we structure our end game so that we're advantaged to going along? Because you need that to happen, because there's a lot of fair decks in Modern right now. Games go long, and you know, you think Niv Mizzet has a pretty good plan going along. Niv is a very powerful source of card advantage. Then you think the Copycat deck really with the combo has the best plan going along. But the Copycat deck really has to sacrifice a lot of the other elements. There aren't as many Uros. There maybe aren't even Omnaths at all. They're really built around the combo.
Yeah, they play 4 Omnaths, though. They do? They play a ton of that. Because it works so well with just, you know, a fetch land on turn 5. Like, you got the cat combo plus mana leak. You know,
I have a ton of mana, sure. But they do sacrifice some of the other elements, and they have to play things like Saheeli, which is not a really powerful individual card.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I really like this list because it incorporates a powerful end game. You just set up this turn where you end up taking 3 or 4 turns in a row, and that's going to be enough to bury your opponent, create an insurmountable advantage.
Yeah, it's like the combo pieces. Instead of needing Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian, you just need a time wipe and a fetch land, you know, and that's pretty much the combo. And like when you pair with Omnath, that's how you just win. You know, that's how you just straight win the game. Otherwise, you know, you can do a lot of setup, make some extra land drops where even if you don't kill your opponent, you still just have created such a bigger board than your opponent. So even if you ship it back to them, it's like, yeah, good luck. I mean, I have this now.
And even on a relatively early turn, Time Warp is going to be a good card. You think about the turn after you Uro, when you have 4 lands in play at the start, you cast your Omnath, and you play a fetch land. If you get a blue source with that fetch land, that's 3 colorless and 2 blue mana for your Time Warp. So you can just straight go into your Time Warp, next turn do it again, have your full you know, slate of mana untapped, and start going nuts. So and that's just the one Time Warp. So the fact that the card is so functional in the deck, you know, obviously Time Walk effects have always played well with Planeswalkers. You get to generate a lot of advantage on those extra turns, also with Uro. So it's a very good individual card in the deck already, and also, as a byproduct of having it, sets you up to play this long game, and you can even create a self-perpetuating loop with Cryptic Command. You have a Cryptic Command, like a Teferi or an Uro, some way to draw a card every turn, and a Mystic Sanctuary and a Time Warp.
You just take all the turn. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. And honestly, on top of all that, Planeswalkers with Time Wipes and stuff, definitely awesome, have been really great. But now I think the best card with them is Omnath. Now, just how it naturally gives you that 5 mana with a fetch land. So I'm really interested to see this deck, and we were just generally interested to see how this deck is. So we thought, what a better time than to throw it through a gauntlet, test it against 3 different decks, kind of 3 different variations of decks, and just really see if it is like something that's just not really cool, right? Like if it's just a busted deck now, or if it's just kind of a meme or something like that. So that's what I want to find out.
Yeah, you know, have we finally found the Uro Omnath deck that's going to break Modern in half? Is this the next evolution, or is it going to fall short? So we're putting it up against 3 of the most popular and best and most successful decks in the format, starting with Rakdos Death Shadow. And this is a list that incorporates Bomat Courier over Soulscar Mage.
Oh, I love
a little bit less of a prowessy list, but having extra haste creatures lets you turn to Scourge of the Skyclaves a little bit more often. And the card advantage for Bomat Courier is welcome in a deck with a ton of removal. You know, you can clear the way, get 2 or 3 attacks in with it, and start generating extra card advantage that way. It gives the deck even more long game, which is great.
People have been starting to realize that Bomat Courier is just still good in this metagame, instead of just, it's a card that was insanely dominant in Standard and stuff, but then people weren't, kind of stopped playing it, like, and there was no real reason why. The card is so insane.
Yeah, definitely one of the stronger 1-drops printed in recent
1
years.
mana, draw 5 sometimes, no big deal.
Okay, I will be playing first here since you won the show on last Thursday.
Yeah, I did.
And I have a great looking hand here.
Mine is not insane, but I think it's good enough here. See, I'll give it a shot, but I'm not super in love with it. But
I am going to start on Mountain. How does that work? Actually, I don't want to start on Mountain. I want to start on Bloodstained Mire, fetch for a Blood Crypt, so I'll go to 17.
Okay.
Then I'll play a Swift Spear.
Okay.
Then I'll play a Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
Then I'll attack you for 2, and I'll go to 15 and Mutagenic Growth of Swift Spear.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to be at 15, and you are going to take 5. So
and I'm going to be at 15 as well? Okay.
So 15 all, and I have a Blood Crypt, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. So... oh, that was a pretty solid draw here. Let's just go with a Triumph and pass. My turn 1's not going to be as sweet as yours, I can imagine.
And I know what I'm going to be doing next turn, so there's no point in popping the bauble now.
Okay.
And I cracked the fetch land to set up my Scourge for this turn, and now if I draw a fetch land, I have the option of playing the Mountain in my hand or using the fetch with the bauble.
Okay.
So if I draw a fetch land here, I will be baubling myself. If not, I will be baubling Corey on his upkeep. And that's why I did the fetch of this turn, because I think it's... I would like to just draw a fetch here as opposed to... another kind of land.
Well, I'm scared. That's a quick clock.
Did not draw a land, which is perfectly fine. So I will just attack you for 1.
Okay,
you go 14 and play a 5/5 Scourge of the Skyclaves.
Wow. Card's phenomenal.
And pass a turn. On your upkeep, I will bauble you.
Okay.
That's a Path to Exile. That's really good.
It's good to know. All right.
Probably don't need this die for very long.
You're probably right.
Probably
yeah,
Corey's best possible draw.
It actually 100% was.
Let's get my Luris Companion out here.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So I don't think there's a reason for me to crack this fetch land now. So I will just pass to you.
That's a Misty Rainforest.
Misty, yep. Just a gorgeous Misty Rainforest. All my fetch lands on this deck are just so awesome.
Okay, I'll attack with my creatures.
I'll crack this, go to 13.
Yep.
I think I just want to get green here to start.
Whoa. So no white mana for this path.
No white mana. I will grow Spiral.
Okay.
I will play this Plains. And I will path that Scourge.
Okay. So I'm going to get a Swamp so that I can cast Luris.
I'm just taking 1?
No, you're going to take at least 1 more. I'm going to Cling to Dust your Path to Exile. Stop that from Sanctuarying back.
Okay.
We'll see what I draw and then go from there.
Okay.
Not a great draw. Yeah, just take 2.
Okay, I will go to 11.
I did forget to draw for Bauble.
Oh, that's too late.
Let's draw another card, I guess. You can go.
Okay.
I'm very bad at that.
Drawing for Bauble?
Yes.
I watched one feature match from the last SCG we played. I watched one turn of yours, and it was just a turn where you forgot to draw a Bauble, and then I just left in disgust. I was like, come on, man.
Very bad at it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I just crack the Bauble, then I start thinking about other things.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Ren?
I have important things to think about, Corey.
Yeah, you do. You do. I'll bring back Misty.
Yep.
I'll play Misty. And I will pass to you.
So you're at 11.
11.
Okay, all thought sees you.
Snot sees me, huh? Not in love with that. But I don't think I really have a choice here. All right, you get to see my hand is horrible.
Oh, wow. So this is going to put me to 13.
You get to see my hand is unplayable.
I guess I will take the Force of Negation.
Yeah, I might just be dead.
So that's a 2-power creature.
11 to 13. 11 to 13, yep.
I'm I'm just going to attack you for 2.
Okay, I'll go to 9.
And pass the turn.
All right, I'll sack this to 8. You don't want to attack Ren? You don't care about my precious Ren?
Oh, you've got 3 more lands in your hand. I don't...
Yeah, I don't blame you.
think I would like to take the opportunity here to try to close this game out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We're going to need to draw something nice here. Let's get a Triumph. I would like a Omnath, please. Best possible would definitely be Omnath. Play a fetch land, gain 4, wait for your turn, gain 4 again instead of even getting mana, since I don't have anything to do with it. All right, draw.
Omnath.
Let's go with... I almost just don't want to take damage, if at all possible. We'll go like this, I suppose. I will get back this and pass to you. What do you got in there?
You're at 8 right now.
8.
Planmeyer.
Okay.
Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
You go to 7.
Okay.
I will buy this Luris.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I don't think I really need to crack this fetch. I do just have plenty of lands. So yeah, I'll just draw. Gusher boy.
Draw trigger on the stack.
Okay.
Sack Meyer.
Not sacking this Flooded Strand was quite lucky, not only to draw Omnath, but to be able to sack it in response here.
Don't have any more basics till I'll go to 10 and then go to 6 and dismember the Omnath.
In response, sack this. Game 4.
So you're going to go to 6 and then to 10?
Yep. I guess we'll just get this. 6 then to 10, and you go to 6 as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's dead. And I get a land drop. Think this is worth the info just to get a dual land. I'll bring back Flooded Strand and pass to you. Kill me.
Wish I could. Can I now?
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
4, 7, 8, 9.
Hooray! That's not 10.
You're right, that is not 10.
Get the fact checkers in here.
So I guess I will just play it a little safe and go Luris.
Okay.
Play Bauble.
Okay.
That's a 2 power now. And Bauble you. That's a thing that you can have.
Okay, I like that you didn't say that I'm fine with that or something like that.
How do I want to play this?
It's an interesting spot. I thought I was just so dead so long ago, but you must have just been so close a couple of turns.
So this is now 2. Maybe that's what I do.
Decisions.
Yeah, now I think I've got to play around Corey at the top of Corey's deck.
Okay.
So I will bolt you. You go to 7.
Okay.
I'll go to 4. Mutagenic Growth of Swift Spear. I've played 3 spells, and it's got +2/+2, so it's a 6, and attack you to 1. So I'm at 4.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's
Bolt brings you to 7, and it's a 6.
You're right. Okay, so I go to 1.
So you're at 1. I'm at 4.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I did.
Now who's the fool?
I guess I just have to draw.
Okay, well now
You wouldn't know this card though, right?
Yeah, but so I guess do I just not get to know that one?
You get to know one of them. You got to know this. We're both just screwing up.
Yeah, I mean, I know about that one, so I'll just stick with that. Pass, draw, bauble on your upkeep.
So 1 to 10?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. Okay, you're at 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't draw a lightning bolt, please. I can't beat a bolt, but I couldn't beat a bolt anyway because I was at 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I guess I could. I could just stop this from ultimating. But with Nexus of Fate, Corey can get to it, but he...
So I can try to tick up an emblem, or I can try to just deal damage. So if I want a Nexus, I have to use my Sanctuary. I guess just ticking up and just having a bunch of growth spirals with the Field of the Dead that I drew may be okay. I mean, you can still probably just kill me with something here, but interesting situation. I guess I will just tick up on nothing. And I will Nexus. Nothing with Sanctuary because, well, I could technically put something on top, but it's not worth it. We'll shuffle this away.
You want the spiral in your graveyard actively, and the Force of Negation is a horrible draw. So.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I could just set the emblem so now I can just cast a bunch of growth spirals and just set up a bunch of blockers. But of course, you just have a ton of ways to get me straight dead.
But
so
you're gonna have several draws to a bolt.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how many I play in the main though. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
Perfect.
Well,
that's where I want them to be.
My hand is absurdly bad. Okay. So I do have 2 unique. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll still be triggering field. All right, we will emblem.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. We'll just put this here. That's an emblem for now. So let's start with Growth Spiral. Draw. Zombie.
Robbie didn't get a zombie tokens.
Nailed.
We're just all we're all on the ball right now.
We're all on it. So now I can Growth Spiral again and try to find. I guess that was just my Growth Spiral land. So if I Growth Spiral into Omnath, I can play the land in my hand, then play a fetch land, and probably kill you there. So I guess that's worth it. I think it's better than the card in my hand right now. Huh? Maybe that's not true. So, Luris can get you back. Just bobble, huh? That's not too bad. Interesting spot here. I think just Growth Spiraling is better than playing this Teferi. It's just a little too clunky right now. That's what I was debating. So I think instead I will Growth Spiral. Okay.
Want to put a land into play?
Yes. We'll put this land into play, get a Zombone. Then I will Growth Spiral. Get a zombie. And I will say go. At your upkeep, I'll path Luris.
No need to search.
Okay, yep, no basics for you.
I will Apostles Blessing the Monastery Swift Spear.
No!
Life.
All right, all right.
If you had another removal spell, I had a bolt.
Oh, okay, wow, you would. That's fair. Yeah, I had to just go for stuff. I didn't. Oh, no! There it was. There it was. I was trying to find. I needed to find that off the first growth spiral, to be fair, so
yeah,
that would have been a little tricky, but.
Yeah, you definitely had some outs there. I deal myself a lot of damage. It's possible I wanted to just let you go off with Omnath on that one turn.
Yeah.
Because you probably didn't have anything to do with it, and just save some life on my Dismember.
Yeah, I mean, all I did then was just going to gain 4 twice. And I think that's pretty good. Just sack fetch land on your turn.
My turn. Yeah,
you know?
which would have been good.
Yeah, I think that was the plan because I didn't have anything specifically to do with it, but I also didn't draw a card, so that could have hurt us both. We both forgot one, so we'll be better about that. But just the gaining life.
Corey, we've never made a mistake on Versus Live before. It's never happened.
This is the first time. Yeah.
First time.
All right, everyone. That is game number 1 going to Ross here with Rakdos Shadow. So we're gonna head to the sideboard here and continue this gauntlet. There's this pile of trade binder multicolored stuff here. I
just call it Time Warp Uro.
Yeah, I like this better. So we'll be right back with this against Rakdos Shadow. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here with Uro Time Wipe up against Rakdos Shadow. For me, bringing in the first auto include Veils. You know, Veils up against any style of deck that's trying to kill your stuff. Jund, Rakdos Shadow, any of that stuff is just an all-star, and just an all-star against counterspells as well. So I'm super happy this list plays at least 3 because I've just been such a big fan of this card. Then we got some spot removal. Purge, obviously the best one, but very narrow. So, you know, do not want to play a ton of those in the sideboard. We got an extra path and then just a couple bolts. Forces are horrible. There's 4 Renin 6s, and I think it's a little excessive. You never want to draw 2. The ping ability is never good against this deck unless you really kind of like play a 1/1 Shadow or a 1/1 Scourge, which doesn't happen often. Taking out the Cryptic Command, it's just okay. And then taking out the Jace because it gets bolted pretty easily. And yeah, that's what I'm making.
Okay. On my side, bringing out some of the cards that are meant to play, make the deck play faster. So Mutagenic Growth and Temur Battle Rage are your ways to really help apply pressure in matchups where that's important, normally big mana and combo decks.
Yep.
This is a matchup where you're seeing a lot of interaction from the other side of the table, so these cards are liabilities. And then Kolaghan's Command, while normally good against heavy interactive decks, just doesn't match up well against what Corey is doing.
Yeah, not really.
I honestly just don't think this card is very good right now in Modern in general.
It has kind of lost its luster.
Yeah. It specifically got a lot worse when Dryad was printed of the Elysian Grove.
Oh.
And Azusa wasn't as important of a part of the amulet decks.
Yeah.
Being able to go like kill Azusa, kill Sakura Tribe Scout, plus kill Amulet was really nice, and gave it some functionality in a matchup where normally this kind of effect would be bad.
Yeah.
And now it just doesn't have functionality in any of those matchups really, and it's not that good against the control decks. So
yeah, I think it's only the best, and honestly, like the mirror. You know, killing a Swift Spear, bringing back a Death Shadow, seems like the best. You know, otherwise it's just not that impressive of a card anymore.
Agreed. Yeah. Going to be bringing in some Nile Spellbombs to stop Corey's Graveyard shenanigans, some removal that's appropriate against Corey's threats, especially this Angress Rampage, which I almost overlooked, but actually directly deals with a Planeswalker, which is quite nice.
Unless I got this, take that.
Yeah, but I have a million things for you to veil, so something is getting veiled.
That's fair, that's fair.
I can't really avoid that.
Robert, do you have any magical questions for us?
Yeah, Yox had a question. When you're testing a deck and you go on a losing streak, how do you tell the difference between the deck being bad, you playing badly, or just having some bad luck?
I would say based on just how many mistakes you actually make. Like if you're playing tight and you're just getting beat by just a lot of different decks, it's probably the deck, right? If you're getting beat, but you probably don't think you're playing great, it could be your non-readiness with the deck, but it's just tough. You got to evaluate if your play is good, and if it is, then it could be the deck, could be the metagame for it. But
yeah, I think the underlying issue here is pattern recognition. If there's some pattern into the way you're losing a lot of games, whether you're losing to specific decks or specific draws, or in a specific way, then that's something that you can probably fix. Yeah. And it might be an issue with the deck that exists, but it's something that you can work on. If your losses are happening in a bunch of different ways and to a bunch of different strategies, then it's likely the fault of the deck.
Yeah, exactly. Like like Tron, you know, I mean, if you're just picking up Tron and you're losing to so many different things and it doesn't feel like you're getting unlucky, like you're hitting Tron, but they're breaking up your draws and stuff, it's just probably not right for the metagame. So if anybody's wondering why Ross is not shuffling great, we had another basketball injury report and just a nice spill onto the pavement here. But hey, it was great effort on his part. He went for that ball, just instead got the pavement.
Indeed, I did.
So we'll be helping him shuffle today.
I'm treating that wrist gingerly.
Yes. Oh, Ross. All right, how's your hand?
Injured. We just went over that, Corey.
Oh, sorry. That's good.
How did you forget? My hand is a keep, though.
All right, how's your wrist, though? All right, I'll keep as well. I think my hand is quite good. Oh, yeah, I'm on the play.
You're on the play, yeah.
All right, pass to you. I'm going to crack this to save some time. Not much we're going to be interacting with.
Play a bauble.
Okay.
Corey would likely not crack that, so...
oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'll wait till his upkeep out of respect for that.
Okay, yep.
Because I am going to...
Okay, you are a bauble deck.
No, let's just get the courier down. I'm going to go to 17 from a Blood Crypt attack and trigger that Bomat courier.
Bomy's coming. All right, so 19 or 18
after the fetch. So you're at 18, I'm at 17.
Okay.
Pass, end step, you do your fetch thing. Upkeep, I will bauble you.
Okay.
That's a Scalding Tarn.
I'll take it. I will play said Tarn, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. Upkeep, I'll draw from my bauble.
Okay. Good job. You nailed it.
Draw for turn. Then I will... Oh, let's just Thoughtseize pre-combat. So maybe you have something like a...
like a Veil?
A Veil or an Ice Vanquaddle. I don't know if your deck has Ice Vanquaddle in it, but it would be on my radar here.
I do not.
Playing this matchup blind.
And there's no reason to play anything first. We'll let you see what you got.
Small spoiler, but I believe this is the first day we played Modern since Modern Horizons has come out that there are no snow basics in the deck.
Oh, you might be right. You might be right. You know what? Good riddance to them. These basics and stuff are just so much, more beautiful.
This is a little awkward because both of our hands are very removal heavy. So normally I would not want to take this Omnath because I have answers to it, but it's also the only thing in it's your only source of card advantage.
Yeah.
And it's so different from the rest of your hand.
Yeah, my hand is kind of Clunk City, but
maybe I just take the Time Warp, but I don't want to give you the card off the Omnath.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I'll take the Omnath.
Okay.
I'm at 15.
That's the one card I would want to keep.
Declare tax.
Yep, go ahead.
Send in the Clown, trigger.
Yep. I'm just going to take this one. 2 cards is not enough for you to want to take it, and I'd rather you not have a third land on your next turn. I'm going to be pathing that eventually, but...
you're at 17.
Yep.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, let's sack this. Let's get another Triumph. I believe I just have the 2...
I think that list actually has 2 of each.
2 of each, but just the 2.
Yes.
The Teamer and the...
Yeah, Ketria and Rogran.
Yeah, and I mean, that's great. I do love that. I love having access to Triumphs. I think they're very, very, very underrated. People play the 1 in their decks, and I just, I think it's perfectly fine to play a couple more of this.
Yeah.
So wait, I'm at
basically
16,
Arkham's
right?
Astrolabe. Once you have it, if you have it on turn 1, your mana is perfect for the rest of the game.
Exactly. So, Flooded Strand, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will play a Wooded Foothills.
Okay.
And I will attack you and trigger the courier.
Trigger on the stack this time. I will pass.
Okay. I'm just going to check these to see if they're a basic, so I can... Oh, then I know what they are, which I shouldn't, but I was just trying to make things more efficient. It'll be fine. I'll forget what they are.
Already have, actually.
If one of them was the basic, I wasn't going to bother trying.
We can let that go for
It was
wrist injury reasons.
Wrist injuries, yeah, absolutely.
Searching my deck is a hazard to my health at this point.
Right when we knew that Ross was hurt, we're like, oh, it's Modern today, where it's a ton of fetch lands.
Okay, I'm going to go to 12 and buy the Laris post-combat.
Okay, and you will be after you shuffle, you mill a top card as well, but
you can go.
Okay. Then I will sack. I will go
So we have 12 to 13, or 12 to 15?
12 to 15, yep. And I do just want to diversify my lands here, so I don't want to get another Triumph, even though it's going to come into play tapped. But I do want another white source. So probably just Hollowed Fountain here. Also want to make sure I have Mystic Sanctuary lands. All right. Okay, I'll untap.
I feel like I'm like 12 years old where you like just don't have the dexterity to efficiently hold cards.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome. Okay. So I think I want to play that. I'm gonna go Sanctuary.
Rebuy Omnath.
Yeah. I think I do. Path is just so good against you, especially with now you not having any basics left. So it's just going to be 1 mana, remove anything, and then I'll play Omnath and draw it. Pass to you.
That's pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. I will play Luris.
Okay.
Play Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
I will bauble myself.
Okay.
I do not want Sunbaked Canyon, so I'll crack fetch, go to 9.
Okay.
Get another Blood Crypt. Fatal, push the Omnath, and play a Death Shadow.
Okay, that was a turn.
Pass the turn, upkeep, draw, bauble.
Okay.
Corey does have the removal to deal with this, but I'm generating some card advantage. I'm going to have to just grind through it.
Mm-hmm. Great draw on my part here.
Is it an Uro?
No, that would be great too, but I just love to ferry up against the Death Shadow decks. So here, I do not want Luris to get any more activation, so I'm definitely going to bounce Death Shadow.
Okay. So I drew off the bauble.
Yep.
This is in my hand now.
And no, I don't want you to get to your main phase. So yeah, we'll go like that now, and then I'll pass to you.
You could upkeep it if you didn't know I was already out of basics, but that's also, I have Apostle's Blessing, so if you know I'm out of basics, you definitely want to do it on your turn.
Oh, we got to ferry, but, you know, yeah, still.
Sure.
So I could have waited, and doesn't matter either way.
Okay, well, I fortunately have a Swift Spear to cleanly deal with this Teferi, so we'll play it in attack.
Okay.
And then I will play a Death Shadow.
Alrighty.
And pass the turn.
The Shadow of Death.
16 to 9.
I have 15. There was another
15 to 9, yep.
5 in hand.
Yep. Now I drew the Euro. So I'll go to 18. A draw. I got a Field of Zyded. And now there is the question of Apostle's Blessing. But there's also a question of how big Swift Spear could get versus how big Death Shadow is. So I think this is a turn where I just say go and let you draw, even though this could be punishing.
Attack.
No blocks.
No effects.
I'll pap Death Shadow.
Take 1.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You're at 17.
17.
Play Marsh Flats and pass.
All right, we like that. Guessing your hand is not great there, Mr. Merriam.
Guess again. But don't change your guess.
Guess again, but whatever you do.
Corey needs another green source to escape this Uro, which is like my one saving grace right now.
Yeah, that is true. All right, Renin 6.
There's a green source. Now you still have the field.
Yeah, so we'll pick up, I don't know what green land, but it's got to be Breeding Pool. It's got to be available to me, I imagine. So we'll take that. And then I'll play Flooded Strand and pass to you.
Okay. I will start this turn with an Angrass Rampage, making you sacrifice a Planeswalker.
But I only have one Planeswalker. All right, I'll sacrifice.
Sounds like you don't have any options then. Attack you for 2.
No effects. 15.
So you got 15 to 9.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
End step. crack this.
14.
Go to 14. Get some kind of green mana. Hoping we have a breeding pool, I would imagine. Otherwise, that'd be so silly. Okay. Then, also at end step, we'll do a little cycle, since that's a non-unique land for Field of the Dead. Untap.
Yep.
A draw. A zombie.
And now the game ends.
And now the game's over. I will time warp.
Yep.
I will sack this.
You go to 13.
I will get a Mystic Sanctuary and put time warp on top.
This is okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah, so then I will get a second zombie. Draw this. Not going to be able to cast it again. I mean, I could cast it again, but I'm not really doing too much. So it's going to be an Uro turn. See what we get.
I am at 9.
Oh, yeah. I'll attack for 4.
I will lightning bolt a zombie.
Okay, so you go to 7.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that does change it back. If you didn't kill anything, I maybe could have did something a little different, but I will Uro. Get rid of these, this. I don't think we can bring back creatures in any ways, so I would like to gain some life.
Trigger on the stack. I'll go to 6, get a tapped Blood Crypt, and push the arrow.
Okay, it is dead.
You can resolve your trigger.
You go to 6, I go to 17. Draw a card. That ain't bad.
You get a short zombie.
What's up?
Right?
Oh, because I got a second Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah.
You're right. You're totally right.
No,
So
you need an extra.
I would have one zombie less because I got Sanctuary. I got one up the Misty,
yeah.
but I shouldn't have got the second one. So you should be at 8.
Perfect.
Second mistake we've ever made on Versus Live. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I get this from Misty.
Okay, so I'm at 8. You're at 7. I had you at 13, so I think you're at 16 now. I think you missed a vetch.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
Okay, so yeah, get the 1 zombie now. I cannot buy back Uro or anything. You have played 1 spell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will...
You have 3 in hand?
3 in hand.
And I know
1
Time Warp Purge.
Yep.
The other's a bolt.
Huh?
The other's a bolt.
No, you don't know that.
I mean, you just asked me how big my Swift Sphere was.
That's just, you can ask how big my zombie is. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's a 2/2. All right, I'll pass to you.
Another Swift Spear.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I will crack this down to 15. Let's try to get a unique land here. I think just forest is fine. And end step. I will go to purge this. I will go to bolt that. I will untap. I will attack for 4.
I go to 4.
I will time warp.
Sure.
Okay. Untap. Attack for 4.
Push one of them.
Okay.
I'll go to 2.
You're down to 2. Now I will green, blue, Uro.
You're at 18.
Okay, anyone's game?
Yeah, I'm very dead.
All right. Very. Yeah, I mean, that's just a story of your mid-game there was kind of lacking. You just didn't really have anything to punch through at the very end.
I drew a few too many lands and had a lot of removal. I wonder if I have too much removal in my deck right now.
It definitely could be, because I feel like I am the control deck, you know?
I'm going to trim some bolts and bring these battle rages back in to get myself some way to finish through a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, I don't think Bolt is, it kills anything. It doesn't seem that great against me. It kills me, of course, you know, and that's a big deal, but...
Yeah, I can go to the Planeswalkers to help me deal with those. But yeah, I don't want a lot of them. So
Agreed.
turn 2 bolts, back into Battle Rages.
I like it. Okay. So going to game number 3. You get to be on the play, though, so I don't love that. In the Shadow deck, you need some help there?
I'll be fine.
Independent man that don't need no help from your co-host.
Correct.
All right, buddy.
We got a perfectly functional arm and then another arm that sits there like a paperweight. Okay.
It's a great paperweight, though. At least it's still going to hold the cards.
Corey, you haven't even brought up how you hit that dagger 3 to end the game either.
Oh, I didn't. I wanted to, you know, you can't brag by yourself, you know. That's not cool. But thanks for bringing that up, Rob. If you want to type in the full story in the chat, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right. Game number 3 in our Uro Gauntlet here. I think it's still an Uro deck. Uro still seems like the best card in Modern, but Omnath is a close second, you know? Omnath's power is definitely apparent.
I will keep my hand.
I will... Even your left hand?
Yeah, I'll keep both of them. It's better than not having a hand.
That's true. I got a mulligan, you know, it's a great hand if we had a couple more land, but yeah, we would have been dead very fast.
My hand has exactly 2 lands, which is the right number.
Yes. In your Shadow deck, that seems a lot better than 1 land in my deck that needs 7. All right, shuffle these up real quick.
Sometimes you even need 8 because you have 2 Mystic Sanctuaries.
That's true. Yeah, I screwed that up. It's been a while since we played Modern, though, to be fair.
It's been a week, Corey.
No way. It's been more than that.
We literally played last Tuesday.
Really? Huh. Oh, who would have guessed? All right, I can keep this.
Yeah, I didn't have to guess. I knew.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put this on the bottom and let's do it.
Crack Marsh Flats for Blood Crypt.
Okay.
Play Swift Spear and get in for 1.
Bang, 19.
To be fair, Ross, we've talked enough about how time is an illusion. It means nothing
Yeah,
anymore.
time is an illusion, then. All right, I got one of these fancy flooded strands, and I'll pass to you.
Whose side are you on, Rob?
The side of I don't know what day of the week it is anymore.
Well, it's versus live, Rob. That's the only way I know what days it is. Yeah,
I just know how many sleeps it is until the next verses. It doesn't mean I know what day it is.
I like it. 1 sleep until the show.
Thoughtseize you.
Okay, those are my cards.
That's awkward.
Very different looking hand than last game, that's for sure.
I will take the Wrenn and 6.
Okay. Thoughtseizing me again.
Going to 15. No, I'm going to go to 12.
Okay.
And get another Blood Crypt and play Bomat Courier.
Okay.
And then get in for 3.
Okay. I will go to 16. I'll go to 15.
15 to 12.
Yeah, Bomat, or my Wrenn and 6 actually lines up with exactly 1 creature in your deck, so that makes sense. Let's go like that. All right, done?
Yep. We got so I'm at 12, you're at 15.
Slightly awkward here. If I want to purge Swift Spear, kind of hold it for something better. I don't know how much better it really gets. Yeah, not a great spot. Teferi looks pretty bad against 2 haste creatures right now, but... All right, I'll take 2.
Brings you to 13.
Pass to you.
Declare attacks.
Okay.
Attack with both. Trigger the Courier.
No blocks?
Take 2.
Yep.
Brings you to 11.
11.
I will play a Shadow.
Okay.
Pass.
Purge it. Untap. Interesting situation here. Teferi is quite bad. The Time Raveler. It's really close. I think I just want to put this land into play tapped and pass and see what happens. Or I could Teferi Time Raveler and just like tick up. Seems ugly. So I'd be taking a good chunk to do so. Yeah, land tap, pass to you. I got 2 Teferis, okay?
Yep. Okay. Attack for 2.
Trigger. Yeah, trigger's good. No blocks.
No effects.
Okay, I'll go to 9.
Cards in hand.
4.
Well, don't forget the Shadow God exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be coming back into play in 4 turns.
Scourge of the Skyclaves.
Okay,
Pass.
I'll pass that.
I will search for a mountain.
Yep. Untap.
Figured there was a removal spell there, but when it's path, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, Time Raveler.
Yep.
I'm going to bounce Bomat.
Makes sense.
Get those cards out of there. I will play a land and then pass to you. Cards are gone forever. Hopefully there's a basic in there. I like the instant speed. They have to act on instant speed, but... Or sorcery speed, excuse me.
Okay, Wooded Foothills crack.
Okay.
I get another Blood Crypt, going to 9.
Okay.
Let me check to see if my basic is here.
Yeah, I guess it's process of elimination. You didn't say it was, but you didn't say it wasn't.
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, just tell me. We're buddies. I shuffled your deck for you earlier today, okay? That's as close as 2 friends can get. Shuffling in Modern is not great. Takes forever.
You're definitely right about that.
So 9/9.
Yeah, 9/9. I have another Swift Spear.
Okay.
I have a replay of the Bomat Courier.
Okay.
I have a Teamer Battle Rage on one of the Swift Spears.
Okay.
And then I can attack you for 6 and Teferi for 1.
Okay.
Trigger the Courier.
Well.
You have 3 in hand?
3 in hand. And I think I got to do something here. I don't want to just take, 4, 5, 6? All right, I got a path. So I'm going to crack. Too bad this Misty is not a white source in some regard, like a Flooded Strand. So I will have to...
Go to 6.
Yeah, I think I'll have to... And I'd like to kill Bomat to keep my... Teferi alive, because the instant speed thing is pretty valuable.
But then you're dead.
But then I die on the spot, so we'll take the big Swift Spear and take 2.
Okay, so you're going to end up at 4 Teferi down, and I do have the Swamp left.
Yep.
Oh, it was on top of my deck. Perfect. This is exiled.
Okay.
So you're at 4.
Done.
Yep, pass the turn. That path is not in your hand.
That'd be nice. Oh, that was not a good draw. That was not a good draw. Yeah, that's probably going to cost me. I'll pass to you. Living life on a prayer.
Yeah. Not a bad draw. Declare tax.
No blocks.
Trigger Courier.
Yep.
Take 2.
I'll pass Swift Spear. I'll take 1.
Take 1, go to 3.
Yep.
I'll buy this.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll draw. Another heinous draw. Just back-to-back heinousy. Grow a Spiral.
Yep.
Your go. Your go. At least you don't have anything to go with Luris right now.
Attack for 1.
Okay. No blocks.
You go to 2.
Yep.
Okay, play Luris.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Well, I know what we need here. Oh, that was not bad. So I can go like that. I think I just have to do this. I'll start with a time warp.
Time warp resolves, then I'll bully you.
Come on, what are you doing? All right, I guess I did have mana open, but yeah. I just kept drawing 5 drops when I had 4 lands. Yeah, that would have been kind of sweet. Nah, all right, we were quite dead.
You know exactly what I was doing, Corey. I was slow rolling you.
Yes. Well, how dare you? How dare you? All right, well, those were pretty close. You know, I was just definitely missing one of the creatures at some point, you know. Even with your hand, Fatal Push, you had to work for it to kill an
Fatal
Omnath.
Push came on that last turn. I didn't have it the entire time.
So Omnath there, that would have been one of the few games where it just would have lived and dominated. And I just couldn't get there. Had a mulligan, and my removal spell just lined up pretty awkwardly just because it was all early pass when you were missing land drops. That's the only time when it feels really bad. You know, it's just nothing I can do. I can't keep taking damage.
The one thing Time Warp does not do is give you traction. If you don't, you do have to have something else to go along with it.
Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to Time Warp twice to just hopefully set up Uro or Omnath for, you know, after I took 2 extra turns, just maybe have Omnath land Uro into a removal spell or something, you know.
And you are a little bit less threat dense when you're playing Time Warps. You have fewer Planeswalkers than the standard 4-color list.
Yep.
You know, I think it's just 1 Jace, 1 Teferi, 1 big Teferi at least, and 2 little Teferis.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I normally
and then 4 Wrens, but
yeah, normally you see 1 or 2 more Planeswalkers in there instead of Time Warps.
Yeah,
those might have been helpful. You know, Jace probably wouldn't have been great there, but it could have bought you some time.
Could have, but yeah, I just feel like it's so easy to interact with Jace that it isn't great. But maybe I just shouldn't take that card out just because. But yeah,
really did just need to find an Omnath or an Uro there. That would have made all the difference.
Exactly. All right, that's going to do it for round number 1 of this Uro taking turns 4-color deck here up against Rakdos Shadow. What do you got up against me next?
Next is Jeskai Control. If you're a fan of Aspiring Spike. He's been crushing leagues with it recently.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's winning probably over 80% of his matches.
Really? Okay. And the list looks sweet.
I think there was one stream where he won 14 straight.
Wow.
He almost went back-to-back 5-0s.
Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, and just a great brewer, so we love Aspiring Spike here on Versus Live. We're going to take a short 5-minute break and we'll be right back with round number 2.